Hi, everyone. Welcome to Your Connection to Spirit. And I'd like to welcome my friends Terri Suzuki of Kigaru Spiritual Journey and SunPsychic Jean. And thank you so much for being here, everyone. It's a red letter day for me because I'm going to learn a new thing. I'm going to learn how to use the giveaway tool. And thanks to Jean and Terri, they kind of coached me through how to do that. So the short version of that is use hashtag peace to so that you can enter into the contest, and we'll use the giveaway tool throughout this to pick who is getting readings. So we're looking forward to doing that. But before we get started, I wanted to remind everyone that or encourage everyone to please subscribe to all of our channels. And if you want to hear what each of us are doing, hit the notification bell so you'll get the notice about that. And also, all of us give private readings, and the links for setting one up are in the description below. So thank you for that. But thank you, everybody, for who's arrived so far. Shine Truth and Craig Dixon is here. Ascending Universal Butterfly and Shirley Mills, Watcher 9997, and Pooja 3012. Thanks, everyone. Sarab Gupta, Michelle Krantz. I'm just so glad everybody's here. Oh, Amy Royer Princess and Lisa P973. Davy Jones is here. Amanda Celeste. Oh, thanks everybody for coming. And Cody Mitchell. We are excited about doing this, but before we get going, I wanted to just kind of see what these two ladies have been up to. So Terri, what's going on with you these days?
Oh, well, I have decided to start out the new year by going to as many metaphysical fairs as possible. So I actually have in my area, I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I have a psychic medium fair every weekend this month except for the very last Saturday. So I am in the public, reading in public, and it's been really, really interesting.
Oh, I have to change glasses. Now, are those most of them 2-day fairs or are they
Um,
one days?
this time, they're all one-day fairs, except for this coming weekend, I will actually be in a two-day one, but I'll be at one fair on Saturday and a different fair on
Ah,
Sunday because it got moved from. I didn't mean to do this many, but it got moved in December because of snow. It got moved to January. So I just kind of accidentally walked into a whole lot of fairs. So
oh, but you'll get so many great stories that you can tell us later.
yeah, it's already fun. I already got quite a few stories, but hopefully I'll get more. So
Sounds good. And Jean, what's happening with you?
Well, I just finished up a wonderful show with Joan and Gerald from Tarot Stash. It was really very magical. It was our Enlightened Insights. If you haven't seen it yet, please do go back and watch it. It was really, really, really good, very insightful. And Joan, I have to give kudos to you because it's 11 a.m. when we started. It's quite, I like to go early. I feel very energized and on the ball right around that noon time. And Gerald and I are on the East Coast, and Joan is on the Central. So it's 11 a.m. So it's just a little tad early, but I just love it. And I love when I do Sundays, sometimes I do like 11 a.m. or 12. And I know that that's not early, but it's early to be here, ready, and talking to you guys. It's not early to be up and around and doing things. It's just early to be here and ready to connect with spirit for sure. But yeah, I and I'm really looking forward. I have a whole host of shows coming up for this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are very well stacked with different shows. And on Sunday, I have my psychic study practice group, and that's at 4 p.m. Eastern, and that's 1 p.m. Pacific. If anybody is interested, you can go to my website and just come in for one opportunity if you would like to try it once. And then usually I sell them in threes. Like it's I do a package for everybody that comes back every time. I do a package of 3 at a savings if you get 3 at a time. And if not, you can just go onto my website and choose which date you would like to come in and give it a try. I think a lot of people would be really surprised at how well they do. Yeah.
Yeah. And I go whenever I can, and I really, really enjoy it. There's a good group of people there, very, very supportive. So if you're on the fence, I'd say jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yes. Oh, and also hello to T. Lynn and James McMillan and who else is here? Iluna, Blue Lagoon. Thanks everybody for coming. And if you didn't know, please put in hashtag peace, and we are going to jump right in. I am going to very carefully open this up and do the drawing.
Wow, look at all of them.
Yeah.
Look at everybody. Wow. Shine
Truth.
Truth. Do you want to pick 2 or 3?
Yes. So, okay, I'm going back over behind the curtain. Okay, 2, draw again.
And Shine Truth, you can go ahead and put your question in.
Yes. And Amanda Celeste, if you could put your question in all caps, that would be great. Let's do one more.
Oh, yay! I won.
Well, we can do that one offline. All right.
I know. We all did put it in our.
Oh, no!
Yep.
We have to do that just to let people know, but I think that just means we're all going to be very lucky today.
I think so too. Saurabh Gupta.
Yeah.
Gupta.
Okay.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you for bearing with us there. And now I'm going to take that down. And Shine Truth. Let's see if does she have her question up?
She says any messages would be great, ladies. TYVM.
All right, there we go. All right, so let's see. Well, thank you, Shine Truth. This will be a good one to warm up with. And let's see what we can bring through for Shine Truth today. And anybody who wants to start, please do.
The first one always takes a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel that you have been consumed with a little bit of concern, understandably, and I feel like you're of 2 minds. Like, I'm worried. Oh, I'm not. Oh, I'm worried. Oh, I'm not. I'm not worried. Oh, I'm worried. No, I'm not. Like it's like back and forth, and it's not uncommon. It's like you're learning to manage those impulsive type of emotions that are sometimes overwhelming and may be controlling you So you are learning to manage and keep the perspective so that you can keep your peace and your awareness open. It's like, let it come in, feel it, sit with it, and then let it go. And I do feel that you are managing this, working on this, and that you're doing a wonderful job. And we've never had more opportunity to learn how to deal with these really heightened emotions. Um, but you're doing a really good job. That's what I have.
Yeah, and what I got was your guides are just really wanting you to know, because I got that kind of back and forth energy too, that you are absolutely loved. You're absolutely protected. You're divinely protected, and you don't have to worry so much about that part. That they have your best interests at heart and they're always protecting you. I thought I'd do a little divination today, so I was looking at a little stone. And in the stone, I saw that your ancestors are also watching over you, that they also watch, learn, help guide, help protect. So just know that right now the other side's got your back completely. That's what I got.
Beautiful. When I tuned in, my heart chakra just lit up, and I saw you shining that out. But then it went to the other part of your name, Shine Truth, and it's like, these days, what is the truth? Uh, on a human level, at least, and that brought up this kind of feeling of conflict or uh, fear, not really fear, but apprehension and a little bit of confusion there. So they're just saying, stick to uh, don't focus on truth as much as love, which is, the real truth. And I'm sure that um, in a way that will, shining that out will be good for any situation. And this is, I thought, great because when I pulled cards, I got the Queen of Wands, who is a very strong, very skilled woman who stands for justice. And she's got the sunflower there showing us that brighter days are ahead. And she's in your corner. So there's strength and intelligence and somebody who stands for justice standing up for you. I also got the parrot card. Go of other people's thoughts and opinions. It's a time to embrace who you really are. So I think this is messages for you and for all of us. Is there's a lot of talking heads. There's a lot of people saying many, many things, and you need to, I would encourage us all to be very discerning about whose voices are you listening to, and kind of run that through the uh, your system and test it for truth and decide what's good for you to take in. And then you got the Archangel of Joy, who says prioritize play and pleasure. And even in difficult times, that's always available to us. So thank you for that question. That was a really good way to kind of kick things off here. And next we have Amanda Celeste.
She said she's been in the legal field her whole life, Shine Truth.
Oh,
Wow.
that makes perfect sense. Thank you for letting us know. That really helps. Yeah, so justice is in your corner. And Amanda Celeste says, "Yippee, general supportive energies. I know, I know there are many. Um, so I'm taking that as a general reading. Does that make sense?"
Yeah, I would say Amanda Celeste, just I think you want a general for supportive energies. Yeah.
Okay.
Celeste, I think it's important, Amanda, I should say, Amanda. It's important that we keep our surroundings sacred and warm and cozy and supportive. I feel as though I'm a firm proponent of feng shui. And this is the energy and the frequency that we have in our own home, and establish the energy and the mood, or the um, things that are around you to support you. And we can do this through pictures. I know that Lori of Way of Positive Change, she does a really beautiful job with vision boards. And or you can just do this with items that you have around you that remind you of certain things, and remind you of who you are. Like, if you have you don't have to have an altar per se, but just like an area that you go to, that you would um, I use for meditation, or for any type of you know any type of spiritual work that you do. But I do feel as though your house and your surroundings and your energy is really important, and it has to do with color, and it has to do with the things that bring you joy. And you don't have to go out and buy all new things. It's about the things that you already love. Keep them around you, and make sure that you have organization and cleanliness, and smell is really important too. They're showing me like cloves and orange. You can do like a simmering pot, and it'll absolutely change change the whole smell in the house. I'm giggling because I did a show one time, right after I baked some gingerbread cookies. And I'm sitting here and I was trying to be serious and I just couldn't. I kept having a grin on my face. And I said, "You guys, I have to smile because you have no idea what my house smells like." It just kept making me giggle. So, whatever it is that you can do, Amanda, I think is really very helpful for you. That's what I have.
Well, Amanda, I immediately heard the second I kind of connected with your energy, you're doing a great job. They're just very proud of you. You're doing a really great job. And then they just suddenly changed my whole vision to one of color, just like Jean said, all these beautiful colors, mostly like pinks and greens and purples and blues. And then they showed me you in the middle of the color as the Buddha. You were sitting there in the same position we see Buddha sitting at. And so I would believe from seeing this that either you're very, very peaceful inside already, and they're just acknowledging how peaceful you are right now and how much light you're shining out. If not, then maybe they're calling you to some meditation. And you look so peaceful in this and so lovely. I just think that I hope you can see yourself that way. I hope that you can see yourself that way and that you do a little meditation pretending you're the Buddha. So there you go.
That is beautiful. Amanda, when I tuned in, I saw this image, kind of a graphic image. It was white stripes on a blue background. That's sort of like the background here. And if you could imagine it, remember finger painting? If you took like 3 or 4 fingers and went up and down and up and down and up and down, it was that kind of an image of multi sort of stripes that are undulating in a precise way. And it kind of looks like graphic stuff you'd see in the 60s or 70s or whatever. So anyhow, I'm looking at this series, these undulating stripes, and then I see you in a bathrobe and little funny slippers, not funny slippers, but warm slippers, with a cup of coffee, and you're just walking across it. So to me, that's like kind of like what Jean referenced too, that the vibration, and this was the illustration of the vibration that you set up in your home or in your life, is supporting you just in the everyday in every day of everyday life. in the littlest thing, for just kind of getting up in the morning and having your coffee or whatever. It's there for you, and it's there for all of us. But I think you're getting sort of a golf clap for saying good work. You're integrating this into your daily life. And when I went to cards, I got the Knight of Wands. So here's another strong wand energy that's here to support you through this. And I got the Owl. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom. If you have any questions, they're reinforcing that you have access to the answers that you want. And Archangel Jophiel said it's time to create. That's another way to up the vibe and enhance the vibe that's already in your environment. So I hope that those made some sense to you. And next, Saruba Gupta. I don't know if I've seen her question yet.
Yes, I have it there. But I wanted to, can I,
please do.
Amanda Celeste had some feedback, and she says, my place is a mess right now, sadly. And she says, I do have an altar of sorts where her crystals live. And she said she's a Libra moon, prefer harmonious environments. And I said that wrong, but and then she says, oh my word. And then she says, I love sunset colors, all those colors you were seeing.
Yeah.
And she just says, love. So thank you very much for all your feedback, Amanda Celeste. We appreciate that very much.
Yes.
Oops. And then Sarab is next.
Sarab, excuse me for mispronouncing it. I would like a general reading for this year, any kind of significant change in her life. Let's see what we can bring through.
And so, Sarab, I see that you may be traveling. You, it may be for work or for. I feel like it's a responsibility, and his pronouns are he, him, he, and he. I feel like it may be traveling for like a wedding or something, or traveling for a family obligation, or traveling for, I don't know. Do you have a chance to win a free vacation somewhere? It seems as though it's some sort of a celebration, but anytime you get to travel, of course, it's a celebration. So that's what I see for you, the possibility. I hope that helps. I don't know what area of life that you were looking in, but that's what I see. How about you, ladies?
Go ahead, Terri.
So I am seeing, like, as I look at the year, each quarter, like, March, June-ish, each quarter of the year, it's odd, but I'm seeing like a visit to a temple. Like, you are going each quarter to thank the gods for helping you, for supporting you. And as I tried to read the whole year with my hand, and I don't see anything going up or down or anything bad or anything like that. I just think that you're actually going to have a very good year, a normal year. But I do think that I would suggest that maybe quarterly you go into your local temple, church, whatever kind of helps you in your spiritual abilities, or go out in the forest where it's beautiful and sit down and thank the creator and your whole spiritual team for what's going on, because I think that you're going to have a good year. And I think that they want you to have some maybe more deliberate gratitude with them. So that's where I'm going to go with that.
Ooh, and she said, I don't know, but I do see weddings in dreams lately. So that's pretty cool.
And I noticed he also said, I do like to go to the temple once in a while. So
Yes, that's wonderful. Okay, and when I tuned in, before I started drawing cards, I saw kind of the knights. The knights, they looked like the knights in the tarot cards. They also looked like the one that's victory after burden. I forget which number it is, on the white horse after being in battle, coming out with victory, and so it feels like there are challenges to be undertaken, but and because I was thinking that because it's one of them with the lance and really honing in on something and going for it, like something that's challenging, like a new challenge is going to come up, but you're going to be victorious in it. It's like you take aim and you go for it, and it works out. Because then when I started drawing real cards, I got the King of Cups, and one of the reasons I think you're victorious about it is, the King of Cups. It's you bring love into the situation too, and kindness. And oh my word, the C's at the bottom of this look just like what I was seeing before. I also got the Pelican, follow the path of forgiveness to raise your vibration, and Archangel Gabriel, who is saying, speak your truth. Sometimes it's hard to do that, especially well, in any situation, but in work situations and in definitely romantic situations or personal relationships, it's hard to actually do it. But you can find a way to speak your truth in ways that aren't hurtful to others, so that you can continue on that journey that you're on. Well, thank you. That was wonderful. Now, I should have done this before. Let's bring up the giveaway tool and see who we're going to read for next. Whom we're going to read for next.
Oh, Kendra.
Okay. So Kendra, if you could put your question in the chat, that would be helpful. And next will be
Shirley Mills.
Shirley Mills. And one more. Matt Wood.
Matt.
Let's do one more just for the heck of it.
Sure.
As long as we're here.
Watcher says, oh, so close. I know they fake you out.
I know it fakes you out all the time.
Lagoon. Okay, thank you for that. And let me get back to where I need to be. Take that down. Fabulous. So, Kendra, let's see if we can find her question. And everyone who was... Okay, here is Kendra saying, any general message that I should hear at this time?
So Shirley, Matt, and Blue Lagoon, please go ahead and put your question in the chat. Thank you. Kendra, I think you might need a vacation. You have you're worried, you're working on everybody else's needs except for your own. I do feel as though there's somebody who you're talking to on the phone, working something out and helping. I feel like you're working on your life, your house. I feel like there may be a elderly parent or an elderly family member that you're looking out for, or in-law. Um, I feel like you, and you're like, who's gonna take care of me? Who's gonna call me and listen to my problems? Who's gonna come and clean my house, or take care of me? Um, I feel as though it's very commendable, and I know that you're in a position that you are, just a lot of people need a lot right now, and you want to be able to help everybody, but and it's important for you to make sure that you ask for help or say no when you cannot. Um, I don't know if this is one of your kids that lives outside of the house that you're trying to help. There's somebody that you're very much um, energetically devoted to. And, our family and our friends do need our help and we need to be there for them, but not at the expense of your own self and your own well being. Um, you know, it, um, balance is what I hear them saying. Making sure that you balance the time, and you can say, I don't have a lot of time, but if you can let me know real quick, or I'm just about to run out to the grocery store. What can I help you with? Instead of um, always being there for them at every moment, which is important, but important to a certain degree, as long as there's balance. And I do feel that you are managing it well, but you don't want to, press your luck. You're very valuable and um, very gracious and an amazing individual. So please do take care of yourself and make sure you balance, and don't let people, not let people, but try not to let people manipulate your time or your generosity. That's all. Um, Try and manage that a little bit is what I have. And that's what I have for you, Kendra. I have a son with special needs. You need some help. You get some in-home help, get some advice, get some. Yeah, I think that there is some sort of imbalance there, and it is a full-time job, and you don't get a break from it. And I have a nephew with special needs, and it's very, very difficult. Does he have a helper that comes in? Get a helper. See if there's a helper that can come in and give you a few hours. Um, Sorry about that, Kendra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I saw just absolutely mirrors Jean's read. The psychic bounce is definitely bouncing right now. So when the question was put up, before I even got to blend with your spirit, they immediately showed me you holding a great big shield, a great big body shield, like you're having to hold this shield. And so I asked them more about why is she having to hold this shield? And so you need to protect yourself a little bit more, your time a little bit more, your I think what they're really saying is you're giving a little too much of yourself away, and you need to protect yourself. And it also comes to mind that one of the easiest ways, like when you're meditating or when you wake up in the morning, part of the thing you might add to your prayer is shields up, mirrors up. It's something that Jen Bachman does. And what it does is it helps shield you, but the mirrors also help mirror back energy to people so that if they're sending kind of bad energy away, it's being mirrored out. But I would go so far as to say you need to respect your own time. You need you need to take these little bits of time for yourself. Uh, I feel like if you booked a massage, you'd feel so guilty. that you took the time, that you used the money. And yet I have a feeling that would probably, I'm not saying you could have to go get a massage, but what I'm saying is every little thing that takes care of you makes you feel guilty. And they're saying you need more care. You need to care for yourself a little bit more. Give yourself a little bit more grace. Some good things, even if it's just some cookies or something with your tea. So, yeah.
Yeah, we are all dovetailing with each other. When I tuned in, I saw you just standing, kind of head and shoulders, and you had a headset in, the ones that we all used to wear. They were kind of white and had the little microphone right here. And I couldn't tell, are you listening in or are you tuning out? Are you taking on something from everyone else, or are you trying to tune them out so that you can preserve a little bit of something for yourself? And because I couldn't make the decision, I think the message is you need the balance between those two things. So whether you're and that's kind of what Jean and Terri have been saying too, to make that balance. So, it's sort of like life-saving, or like you have to look out for yourself, or else you're both going to go down, rather than being able to be of use to someone else. But if you do that, then the cards look pretty good. There's a celebration, the Three of Cups, and that's a pretty happy. And this also kind of means people coming together to celebrate. So there's other people involved in making this happier time come. And you also got the Bird of Happiness, which is a wonderful card. You're being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. But I know that Spirit is sending that to you, but I do feel like there's some changes that need to be made so that you can totally bring that in. And then another thing they're encouraging you to do is just zoom out and relax. But yes, other lives are impacted by this. So go wherever you can to get some support, and bring in some extra helpers and things like that, so that you can be there for your family in the long term too. So I hope that was helpful. And I just wanted to mention to people who may have come in a little bit later, please put in the words #peace, and that will get you into the drawings for a reading. And let's see if we can find, that was Kendra. And next was Shirley Mills. So what does Shirley? Is that okay? What would my spirit team want me to know here and now? Let's find out. You're very welcome, Kendra. Thank you for the question.
Shirley, is your husband still here in this world? I know that sounds unusual, but I got an energy of your husband, but and or father figure, actually. I think your husband is deceased. He wants to connect with you, and he wants you to know that he's watching over you, and that he is I feel as though he's able to come in a little bit closer. Do you have dreams about him? I feel like you may be having dreams about him, and I feel like it's been a little while, but he wants you to know that you're okay. You're going to be okay. He is watching over you. He wants you to be comfortable. He likes that you're doing things to make yourself comfortable. I see that you may have to take certain medications, and he just wants you to make sure that you take very good care and make sure that I don't know if you have any of those little pill boxes, But I'm telling you, I take vitamins and it is like I get so confused. Wait, did I? And I'm like, did I just take my vitamins? I can't even remember. Because it's in the morning when I first get up and I'm like, did I ever take them? And it's really hard to, it's easy to get messed up. He wants you to know to be careful taking your medicine. I'm not saying anything's going to happen. Maybe just change your regimen or get one of those pill boxes. And they seem like that you should know already, but it really does help to know, okay, it's in there. And if it's not in there, that means I took it. So he wants you to make sure that you're watching out and taking care of yourself, making sure that you are taking your medicines correctly, that you're going to see the doctor, and don't push things off. I don't know. Are you not feeling well? I kind of get like indigestion. You might want to just tell somebody or do like a telecall or something, because sometimes indigestion could be presenting of something else. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not saying anything's wrong. You could probably just have indigestion, but just make sure you're watching um just what you're consuming. I don't know. um Yeah. So your husband just wants you to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Be careful of the medications. Make sure you're on time. And if you forget, like I know my mom takes blood pressure medication twice a day and she forgets, and you just forget. So I don't know. But the best of us, we all forget. I'm just saying, that's what he wants you to know. That's what I feel like your husband's here. He's watching over you. He's watching out for you. He wants you to take good care of yourself. You have a lot to offer. Many people love you. So that's what I have.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, Shirley, I got something a little different as I kind of tuned into your spirit. I got this big white scroll of paper, this big scroll, and I'm like, huh, what is it? And it seems like that this scroll is representing something kind of spiritual, something religious, something that you're looking at, and you're looking at it for guidance, and you believe kind of strongly in it. And but and then I thought, okay, well, that doesn't look too bad. And then as I saw your effigy, or what they're showing me as you move to the right, which is forward to the future, then I saw that this scroll went sideways and started going beside you and blocking basically your ability to look to the left. You could only see to the right and ahead, but you can't see what's going on over here. So then I started to kind of dig in a little bit deeper. And what they want to make sure for you is that if you are being overly influenced by beliefs, that might be represented by that scroll, or religion, or something that's making you a little bit scared. I really have to do it right. They want you to know that you're completely safe and that you are in charge of your life. You are the one that gets to make these decisions. And they are recalling me to a reading I just did at a fair where they showed me that no matter what, they will always put you back on your path, the path that you already decided for this life. So just take care of yourself. Make sure that you're making your own decisions and know that you can't get it wrong. Okay, that's
Beautiful. Shirley, when I tuned in, I immediately started hearing the Joni Mitchell tune, I Wish I Had a River. Wish you had a river that I could skate away on. And I had to actually go look up the lyrics to remind me that this is a story when she was living in California, and, they're cutting down trees or putting up decorations and cutting down trees. And she was getting nostalgic for being home in Canada where she could go out ice skating, but everything was very different here. And then she was also mourning the loss of a love interest who she was regretting that. So it was like she was living in this different world and just wanted to escape to a happier time and get out on the river and skate. And so I'm feeling like that might be, there's these issues, health issues and other issues that you're dealing with now. And you just kind of wish you could escape to the time when your husband was with you and happier days and the traditional kind of Christmas that we used to celebrate, or the Christmas is a metaphor for just the way you live life. But when I went the cards, so this is kind of like that tune. It feels like a mournful time, but they're trying to remind you that this is a new beginning. This is number one in the tarot deck. All options are open to you, and you have the power to create this new period of your life. And if you want to be skating on an icy river, you can do that. You can make that happen. I also got the Osprey. Your success is now at hand. Allow abundance to flow to you effortlessly. Ospreys are amazing fishers, and they're very strong. So you've got the strength and the creativity and the sharp eyes that go along with that. And then from the angel deck, you got the Archangel Brachial, who looks kind of like Prince, but he's encouraging you to live outside the lines. Maybe try something a little bit different, or a little bit like, that doesn't sound like something I would do, within reason and everything. But I think they want to reignite in you the idea that life isn't over. Despite whatever challenges you're facing, you've got all the tools at hand to turn this around, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and enjoy the skating on the river in this new period of your life. So that's what I got.
And Miss Shirley also gave us a little feedback. She said she's been unwell for the last 6 months and have seen a great number of doctors. We're so sorry to hear that, Shirley. And it can be discouraging when they don't, when you have to go through stuff like that. And Jill gave a good assist here. Some medications have side effects. Indigestion, common culprit, suggests, you find out the side effects. Ask your doctor if one of your medications may be causing some of your other symptoms. And we don't know what it is. You don't have to tell us. But the reason why I thought that was insightful for Jill to say is your husband came in and showed me your medication. I thought it was that you take it right, that you make sure you take it, or help get somebody to help you, put it in areas that you can remember to take it. But maybe it has to do with some sort of a side effect or something. Just leave no stone unturned. You deserve the best care. Don't let them dismiss you, and be your own patient's advocate. Make sure somebody else is there. Record what the doctor says, that you can record it so that you can remember, and then, make sure all the notes are there so that you can refer back to them. But I wish you all the best, Miss Shirley.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I believe Matt Wood is next, and he is here. Do we have Matt's question?
We do not. He didn't say anything. Matt, are you still here? I don't know. That was a while back. Matt, are you still here? Can you put your question in?
And while he does that, we're going to read for Blue Lagoon. And she just wants any message. So Matt, thank you if you're still here for putting a question in.
And Miss Shirley says, thank you ever so much, ladies. I appreciate you. You're very welcome, Shirley. All the best to you. Let us know how it's going.
Oh, and Matt's here. Matt, please type in your question.
I know everybody does this a little differently. Okay.
Yeah.
He has
okay, good. We got it. Thanks, Matt. And you'll be up next. So a message for Blue Lagoon.
Are you working on making a decision there, Blue Lagoon? I feel as though there may be a decision that you have to make that you don't like making. or that you didn't want to have to make? Like, I don't know if you have to move or if you have to change jobs. Feels like it's a big life change, that you feel like you don't you're not that you're forced, but there's no other alternative, that you're going to have to make a change in your life in order to accommodate. um I don't Moving home. Oh, it could be about moving home. I do feel like there's a choice or a decision that you're making, that you're contemplating, that is a change, going to be a big life change. So if it's difficult financially and you are unable to make it, financially, and you need to move back with family, um, I just felt like there was like and you felt like you had, not that you didn't have a choice, but it wasn't your first choice. It wouldn't be your first choice, you know? But it's important to do what's best and to make the best of it. That it may be in your highest good to move back home. And I don't know, is it overseas? Are you moving like back home? Are you outside of the country or inside of the country? It was on my mind, but didn't see it happening anytime soon. Another could be selling my apartment. Some sort of a big life change that you are contemplating. And I think that it's important to obviously do all your due diligence and write out all of your scenarios, the pros and cons. I do feel as though this is an opportunity, and look at it as an opportunity. I do feel as though you're going to be making a change, whether you sell the apartment or sublet it. I don't know, but I do feel as though your life is going to change, and whether it's the job or whether it's the home, I just see you're making a decision. You're feeling like, oh, I'm going to have to do this, and you're sort of like begrudgingly doing it, but it's in your path. I feel like it's in your path, and it's going to bring a different opportunity for you, once you do make that decision. That's what I feel. How about you, ladies?
Yeah, I immediately when I got in touch with her spirit, one of my guides came up, and it's my sea turtle. And the sea turtle started swimming to the right, the future. So, and basically was saying, try to go with the flow with this. And it wasn't lost on me that the sea turtle is taking their home with them, the shell is going with them. And they said that there's going to be little pleasant surprises along this journey. So I would suggest that in this journey of trying to figure out where you're going to go, try to flow with spirit a little bit more. Try to go with the flow of it and realize that there's going to be all sorts of little new things that you learn that are, to me, feel really good. Like there's fewer rocks in the way and more water and flow in the way, which is easier to deal with. Okay, let me just ask them one more time. Is there anything else, Sea Turtle, that she needs to know? She's saying your team always has your back, and you're going to learn some really surprising things about yourself that are going to make your journey easier. Okay, so we got.
Beautiful. Thank you. And when I tuned in, I'm getting songs again. Another song, it was Blue Moon. Blue Moon, you left me standing alone without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. And I, of course, had to look up the lyrics to that. And I think the important thing here was without the dream in your heart. Like this is this big change that's happening, and it's I don't know if you have the goal set exactly. So, and then I went to the cards and got the 5 of Wands, which is a little bit a period of chaos. And a lot of people think, oh, these are people fighting each other. But I feel like in your case, I think like all the sticks have been thrown up in the air and are tumbling down in new ways. And you kind of have to pick them up and figure out what is it that I want and how am I going to put this back together again? And Spirit's answering that question for you. It's use your intuition. This is the owl card. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. So they're saying, yeah, it's going to be a crazy time, but you have the tools to get through this. And the final card that I got for you was unleash your magic. So don't forget that, put a dream in your heart and go after it. And you can use your inner wisdom and creativity and with Spirit's help, unleash your magic and make it happen. So I hope that was somewhat helpful. And now, thank you for letting us read for you. And next up is Matt, who would like a general reading. And I'm afraid that this is probably going to be our last one. We're coming up on an hour here. So Matt would like a general message. Let's see what we can bring through for him.
Matt, you have a lot to offer. Do you have a love interest? I feel as though there is somebody that you have your eye on and or somebody special in your life that you that you I feel as though you like showing other people kindness. And your like acts of love, acts of kindness is your love language. And it's important for you to have somebody who recognizes that and is appreciative of that. I know I had one. This is okay, so maybe you're thinking of this person. Yeah. And I don't, whether it was a breakup or whatever the reason you're no longer together, it's important to take what you've learned and take how much you've grown, what you've learned about yourself, and take that as information in order to begin again with someone else. I think that you're happiest when you're together with somebody. And I think that you may want to move into finding a new love. And it's never too late. And you have a lot of love to give, and you're extremely, well, not extremely, but I just see being nurturing. You have this way of caring for people. And it's important that people are appreciative of this and that there's a good balance there. It's I think that may be something that you might want to look into. Let me use my pendulum. Have you been thinking about somebody new, or are you open to a new relationship? And even if it's not a love relationship, I would find that companion that you can really have fun with and do nice things with. So in Matt's future, is there a unconditional love, lifelong companion available for Matt in his future? I'm open, but don't know where to look for. Oh, well, outside your front door would be one place. And I know that's a little snarky, but really, it's important for you to maybe go to the library, go to musical events, a concert, or an art fair, stroll along the promenade, take a class. You can find people if you take a class, because it's like-minded. Go to a lot of community colleges have events at night that are interesting and educational. Look around in your area. I think it's important for you. Um, but I just see that you have such a kind, loving heart, and you love doing kind things. You're just one to like leave a note on somebody's windshield or leave a note in somebody's lunch. Like it's the little things. You just like to do random acts of kindness. And this just it's just who you are. It's just what you like to do. Is it possible for is it this unconditional love lifelong partner for Matt to be in his life around June of 2026? Is it possible around June? All right. Is it in Matt's highest good for a unconditional love lifelong partner to be in his life by September of 2026? It says before. Is it in Matt's highest good to have a unconditional love lifelong companion in his life by April 1st of 2026? I think it's more in the springtime. I'm getting much more in the springtime. I thought it was after June, but it looks like around spring. So April, May, definitely, definitely, definitely. I got some good vibes on that. And I have to tell you, I have a little track record. I've had people tell me, Jean, you told me I would meet somebody in a year and a half, and I did. And they're emailing me and telling me this that I told them. So good luck to you, Matt.
Yeah, she does have a great track record on this. Matt, when I tuned into your energy, they show me that you really take things deeply, deeply into your heart, into your. You can be easily hurt by somebody. Um, they just showed me that really you're pretty a real softy here. Real that you just really take in both the bad and the good. That it you can be deeply hurt. And but they're also telling me that part of that is because you're also an empath. And so you I would suggest that you probably would like to take some classes on maybe learning how to be a psychic, learning how what empaths do and how they're affected, how they can kind of control it a little bit, how to kind of sometimes pull apart the emotions that are yours and the emotions that are somebody else's that you're picking up. Because as an empath, you're just going to pick up everything. So they would not generally tell me to talk about being an empath unless you were kind of a large, kind of a really a deep empath, and that can be really hard for people. That can be really hard because as you meet with people, like maybe your past loved one, you kind of take on too much. You can be deeply wounded easily. Um, So yeah, work on that a little bit. Maybe take some classes on how to control the empath. Yep, he says I can tell people's moods. Yep. You probably can tell them more than a lot of other people because you have a little extra dose of empath there. So take some classes on this. Learn how to kind of control the empathic part and like I said, the pulling apart between what's yours and what's somebody else's. And that will help a lot on your path.
It's a
Okay.
beautiful message.
Yeah, very practical advice. Matt, when I tuned in, I saw you on a concert stage, all dressed up in tux and tails and everything, playing the violin. And it showed me that you were really, really, really good, but you at playing the violin, one of the hardest instruments. Um, but you couldn't look out at the audience. You weren't comfortable with being the star, sort of being out front. And you were looking at your fingers and playing it perfectly, but inside there was this I'd rather just practice on my own or with in the orchestral room or whatever. But then, and I swear this is my late husband sending me songs all day today. Then I started hearing the 1968 song from the Vogues, Turn Around, Look at Me. And it starts with, and I had to look up the lyrics. It's like, there's someone walking behind me or behind you, turn around and look at me. And, and so there is someone there for you that's going to, there's a relationship coming up. And the whole, look up the lyrics. They're walking behind you and then you're walking together or whatever. But it's this feeling of this other person that you're going to meet is going to give you the confidence to to enhance your best qualities and bring it out so that you can share it with the world a little bit more, because Spirit is recognizing that you have them. Right now, you're feeling kind of tied up, but it's a little bit self-imposed. We want to get that, you want to take off the blindfold and really see the skills and abilities that you have. And then the bird deck says, this is the finch. New opportunities and choices are opening to you now. Claim them. And maybe that's through taking this training that Terri was referring to. And then they also said, face fear and rise. So if you do those things and just realize that, yeah, this person or this situation that's going to help you feel better about yourself and more fully express the beauty that's in yourself is out there, but you have to turn around and look, and that means taking the steps of getting over the fear and moving forward. But please come back and let us know how that goes. We wish you the very, very best. Yeah. So, kind of an introvert. Yep, I'm with you there. And look, I'm doing YouTube stuff. Just sometimes you got to take a risk.
Can I do a little shout out for a VIP? Akila B is in the house, and she has her own channel, and Butterfly Readings is in the house, and she has her own channel. So thank you both for being here. All the other content creators and readers, we appreciate you being here and stopping by. It's always so nice.
Yes, thank you. And for all the people that came in late, I'm sorry we weren't able to get to you, but please come back and see us another time when we're reading. And with that, Terri, where will you be reading next, and what's coming up in your life?
I will be reading on Friday with Jean and Terri Lee on YouTube, and then the next Saturday, right, the Saturday coming up, I'll be up in Everett at the Carl Gibson Center. And if you live around there, come get a reading from me. And I also, then that Sunday, will be reading in Bellevue, Washington. So I'm going to be kind of around the Pacific Northwest, and people can come get a reading, or they can show up online here with Jean and I and Terri Lee.
Wonderful. And Jean, what's up next for you?
Yep, I'll be with Terri and Terri Lee on Friday for Psychic Triad. And then on Saturday, I have Mark the Spirit Whisperer, and I'm also with Bridget Ross, the healer. She's coming back. We haven't been together in a little bit, and I'm really looking forward to all of those shows. And I'm busy and then my Psychic Study Practice group is on Sunday as well. I have a full packed weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm just working like crazy.
Fabulous. And I don't think I have anything on my schedule until the 31st, when I'm going to be reading with Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot. And he is always delightful to read with. He's amazing. So, yes. And thank you all for coming, and thank you, ladies, and then thank you everybody who came today. We wish you the very best, and have a great rest of the day. Bye now.
Bye, everybody.
Joan, come back, because I can't shut us off. She'll be back. I almost did that. We're still live, everybody. Oh, here she is. She's back. I can't shut us off. Okay, try it again.
I thought, have they put an extra leaves button on? So I took myself right out of it. But thank you. I think that went pretty well.
We're still live.
Well, we're still live, so you have to put the.
Okay.
It's